So anyone who has a Benelli also knows that during the rain all the muddy water gets sprayed right from the wheel straight onto the radiator and it creates a mess over here. So yesterday I had to drive through some potholes and puddles and this had got pretty messed up. Got it washed. So I'm going to see if I can do something about having an extension put onto this. I'm going to do the DIY way first, and if not possible then I'll think of investing some money into it. So first things first, I'll have to remove this mudguard, take it upstairs and try to get it done over there. So I have to remove 3 bolts. I've taken this out from here and I'll have to remove these 2 and from the other side, so this whole mudguard would come out. Let's see about that. Hey guys, so I removed the mudguard, brought it up, and I have done some DIY job here. I'm not sure how much this is gonna last, but from the looks of it, it is pretty stable. So if I can just show it to you like this, it may help. There you go. So this is a little bit flappy, but if you can see, I can actually pick up the mudguard with this. So oops, that's bad. Okay, so the pointer is quite strong, so I'm just going to install it onto the bike and see how it goes. Yeah, one thing I'd like to share here is that while removing this mudguard, it wasn't that straightforward. I was expecting that 1, 2, 3 and the other 3 from the other side would be sufficient, but then this whole assembly was not ready to come out on its own because we have the brake line running from across this part. So ultimately I had to remove these 2 and also this one, so that this black portion and this white part, they got separated and then I could take them out separately. So I'm gonna install it back onto the bike and show you guys how it looks. Thank you. Okay guys, the DIY job that I was doing about the mud flap is finally done. I have just assembled it, everything back onto the bike. I want to show you around. So this is how it looks. So this is the mudguard and this is the extension that I have put. Now looking at the angle it is providing, or the protection it provides to radiator, I think that should really work, because earlier things used to just fly from here onto the radiator, but this extra portion I think will help avoid that. Just to give you a better look, this is how it looks. I'll just turn the wheel. There we go. This is how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. Just need to see how long it lasts. That will be the actual question. There. Okay, so few things that I have learned from this job. When you remove the number plate bolts, these 2, it just removes the support for the number plate. If you want to remove the mudguard, you'll have to use your spanners to remove these stalks. So both of these stalks need to be loosened with the regular spanner, and then these 2 actual bolts come out which remove the mudguard. Also While removing this mudguard, this entire thing did not come out in one go. I had to, remove these two screws and this one also, so that these two parts got separated, and then I could remove it. The problem is that this shape that is black the mudguard has, this does not squeeze through the forks. It gets stuck here. So when you remove these nuts, that's when this black part is quite flexible. Then you can flex it so it goes between the forks and comes out from the front side. Now the tricky part is that these nuts have, or rather these screws have a nut from the inside, which is in between the similar part that is there inside. It's a what do you say, this white mudguard sits in between these two channels, so the nut has to be held onto from behind, and then you have to tighten up this screw with the Allen key. That becomes a bit challenging because, as you know, there is not much space for the hand to go behind and hold on to the nut. Still I managed. It was a learning experience. Next time if I have to remove it, I'm pretty sure it will be faster than this. Another thing, when you remove this the bolt from here, there is a brass sleeve that is inside this, which actually holds these two parts together. So if you do not remove that sleeve, these two do not budge apart. That is another thing you need to take care of. All in all, looks good. I'm happy with this. Let's see how it goes. Thanks guys. So now it's the moment of truth, just to check on how well this DIY job has done. So this is the mud flap. Let me show it from the other side. Actually, there you see. So this is how it has fared today. I put the bike through rain, and this is the condition of the radiator. So last time when I ran through the water, this entire section was completely filled with mud. Unfortunately I didn't have a video for that or photos. I should have taken that. So yeah, this is how it looks now. So I think it is working. Let's see how long it lasts. Thank you.